Once upon a time, there was a poor old woman who lived far away in a ramshackle wooden shack, surrounded by endless snow. Every day, to make a living, she would trek to the city and play a small handheld accordion by the roadside. Passers-by, touched by her music, would drop coins into her tin, and with that money, she would buy her daily necessities. One particularly cold morning, she woke up shivering uncontrollably. She looked around her tiny, drafty home and felt a pang of despair. Her stove was cold, and when she opened her cupboard, all she found was a single dry piece of bread. Her money tin was empty. She glanced out the window at the swirling snow and howling wind, but knew she had no choice. She wrapped herself in her tattered coat, grabbed her beloved old accordion, and set off for the city in hopes of earning some money. As she trudged through the snow, each step a struggle, a black cat suddenly appeared and crossed her path. Despite her worries, she smiled and bent down to play with the cat for a moment. It brought a fleeting warmth to her heart. After the cat scampered off, she continued on her journey. A little further down the road, she saw a man taking some clay figurines out of his car trunk. Intrigued, she watched as he callously threw them into a broken-down shed. Her curiosity piqued. She approached the shed after the man left and found the figurines lying in disarray, covered in dirt. Tenderly, she cleaned them up and arranged them neatly, feeling a strange sense of satisfaction as she did so. When she finally reached the city, her stomach growled loudly at the sight of people enjoying hot meals in warm restaurants. She felt a deep sense of longing and hunger, but knew she had no money. Determined, she found her usual spot and began to play her accordion, placing her money tin in front of her. The cold had stiffened her fingers, but she played with all her heart. Just as she started to get into the rhythm, her accordion gave a loud crack and broke. Tears welled up in her eyes as she realized no one would give her money now. Desperation forced her to sell her broken accordion. As she left the shop, clutching the few coins she had received, a man on a bike sped past, snatching her money tin from her hands. She cried out, but he was gone in an instant, leaving her feeling utterly defeated. With a heavy heart and empty hands, she began the long, cold walk back home. Her strength waned with each step, and eventually she collapsed in the snow, her body trembling with cold and exhaustion. She lay there, feeling utterly alone and hopeless, before passing out. But then, something miraculous happened. The clay figurines she had so lovingly cleaned and arranged earlier came to life. They marched towards her, their small hands gently lifting her from the snow and carrying her back to her shack. Once there, the figurines sprang into action. One gathered firewood and lit a warm fire, while another cooked a simple but hearty meal. Two went out to buy groceries, ensuring she wouldn't go hungry again. One brave figurine went after the thief and retrieved her stolen money. Others worked tirelessly to repair and tidy her shack, making it cozy and safe. One even sang her a soft lullaby as she slept, exhausted but comforted. The old woman remained asleep through it all, unaware of the figurines' diligent efforts. When she finally awoke, she could hardly believe her eyes. Her shack was completely transformed, repaired, and warm. A bountiful spread of food awaited her on the table, and a stack of firewood promised warmth for many days. Her beloved old accordion, miraculously mended, lay beside her bed. Overwhelmed with gratitude and joy, she ate heartily, tears of happiness streaming down her face. She knew that the kindness she had shown to the figurines had come back to her in the most wonderful way, filling her heart with a renewed sense of hope and love. Just then, she heard a gentle meow. The black cat she had played with on her journey had followed her home. She welcomed the cat inside, shared her food with it, and they both felt a sense of warmth and companionship. From that day on, the old woman and the cat lived together, bringing each other comfort and joy. The story teaches us that acts of kindness and compassion, no matter how small, can come back to help us in unexpected ways. By caring for others, even when we are struggling ourselves, we can create a ripple effect of goodness that may bring support and miracles into our own lives when we need them most. Additionally, the importance of resilience, hope, and companionship shines through. reminding us that perseverance and caring connections can transform our hardships into moments of joy and renewal.